know you.
Hello.
Hello. Do you have your camera up?
Yeah, but it's front facing as well, so no.
Oh my
weird
god,
double
you almost look like a different person.
angles.
I'm only used to seeing you sort of sideways, side profile. I'm going to turn you up a
Yeah.
bit. There we go.
Finally worked out how to actually get it in my room. So because I don't have a camera on my laptop, so I had to have my iPad placed much higher, so I couldn't find a hard spot. So
most laptops have a webcam, don't they? It's quite unusual to get it. Okay. Anyway.
Expensive gaming laptop that just ignores the camera.
Yeah, that's quite unusual. But anyway, good that we get the front-facing Kinder. So anyway, we have quite a lot of Divines this game, as someone has mentioned. Quite a lot of high rank. So Ross was Immortal, is now Divine 5. Nat is Immortal. Roids is Immortal. Ollie is Divine 4, I think. And Juju is Divine 1 or 2. Ollie's Divine 3. Okay. I thought he was Divine 4. But anyway. Around that rank. So we've got a lot of Divines and Immortals this game. They are, in fact, the majority. So who's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit? Owen, Debate Mail, Draken, and Veteran. They are the lower ranked players, but you know it's a chance for them to really step up. So this should be good.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting draft. The way that the picks worked out is quite interesting. I don't. Juju and Ollie on the same team is always a bit hard because they both really want to play mid.
Ollie is not necessarily a mid player. He's played a lot of mid in the in-houses because he's used to being the highest ranked player, but he's not a typical mid player. Yes, he does play a lot of Kunkka. He's played Willow mid. He's played like Bloodseeker mid, but he doesn't play many of the sort of main mid heroes. Like he does play Storm Spirit a bit. Has played Quap in the past. But I think Juju's more of a mid player than Ollie.
Yeah.
Ollie's quite comfortable in most roles. I don't know what he usually plays when he's grinding ranks. A lot of offlane Enigma he played.
I've seen a lot of Enigma.
Yeah, but that's specific to the hero rather than the role, I think.
Yeah.
So, whereas Juju's a mid player. So I would think Juju mid, Veteran pos 1, Draken support, Roids pos 4, and Ollie pos 3.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see how it goes. They've got the Nyx. Okay.
Well, Nyx makes sense. He's a really strong hero. Still, the nerf which removed Break from his Vendetta didn't really change the hero, so hero is just as obnoxious as always.
He now just counts as, what, 2/3 of all heroes instead of all of heroes.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he used to be a counter against heroes who really suffered from Break. So Tidehunter in the early game, and then obviously Bristleback Spectre. Annoying against loads of heroes. So many heroes hate having one of their abilities taken off them, one of their passives, even if they don't realize it. So it definitely was a nerf. But then for most of Nyx's lifespan, he never had Break. So it's just a revert.
Radiant team pick.
Solid pick. It's very normal, I feel like. You can trade with Nyx quite well in the laning stage.
Yeah, it creates quite an interesting one-on-one, doesn't it? Because Ogre does have a bit higher base damage and more armor. They both have quite high regen. So yeah, trade with the Nyx makes sense.
10 seconds remaining.
Power up your team.
Don't really care about the mana burn early because you can just walk up and whack it anyway. It's really beautiful.
Yeah. We like Ogre a lot because he powers up cores, gives them a lot of move speed and damage. Good for heroes like who just need a large boost of attack speed.
Yeah.
We've seen lots of Ogre Medusa has a very high win rate in our in-houses, that pairing. So we've got Ross in the game. He's not on the Dire team, but he does like to play these really hard carry heroes like Medusa and Bane. That's a hero who you don't see a lot of these days.
It hurts a lot of heroes. It depends. The brain sap's so strong in lane, as well as some other stuff.
Well, Brain Sap did get nerfed quite a lot of times. I believe it goes 120, 140, 160, 180, 200 mana cost, if I remember correctly. I know they did change it back to pure damage, but
5 seconds remaining.
It's quite expensive. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's 120, 140, 160, 180.
Oh yeah, not 200. I added an extra rank that doesn't exist yet. Okay. But yeah, that's true. It's an expensive spell, but he's got very high base damage, good armor. His stat gain is odd. I think he's one of the only heroes in the game where all 3 of his stat gains are exactly identical: int, strength, and agi. And he's got lockdown, of course. Nyx and Bane does give him a lot of lockdown.
He also starts with exactly the same stats as well.
Okay, so he keeps it the same forever. Oracle is usually played by Debate Mail, but Debate Mail is on the Radiant, so I'm guessing that could be a Roids pos 4 Oracle. Oracle is quite good against Bane because you can cancel his Nightmare with your first ability. Fate's Edict, I think it's called. I always forget his abilities. And False Promise, you can dispel Bane's ultimate. straight away.
Mm.
So you've got good moves against Bane, definitely. Yeah, and a lot of burst damage.
It's interesting against Nyx outside of the laning phase stage, because Nyx ends up doing mostly magic damage in the end. So your W is quite good against it.
But the pure damage just goes
instantly.
Yeah, the pure damage goes straight through.
Burst you instantly. So it's the weird mix of can you get it off after he hits the pure but before he stuns you.
Well, Nyx's job is to try and kill Oracle, basically. That's what he needs to do. He needs to find Oracle, and he needs to burst that Oracle as quickly as possible. Oracle may be looking to get Aeon Disc at some point, just because Oracle's so good at countering Nyx and Bane from killing your team. So you need to find the Oracle and kill him. Tends to be what happens. We've gone for anti-mage ban.
Normal. No one likes playing against anti-mage.
No, I always ban it in ranked, but in a in-house game, banning anti-mage that quickly makes you feel like... But it makes you think, what hero do we go for? Or are they trying to pick a specific carry who doesn't want to deal with an anti-mage? That's what I'm thinking about. Ursa and Monkey King being banned makes me think they want their off-laner to not have to deal with anti-melee heroes. So maybe they're thinking of Underlord, POS 3, something like that.
Yes.
10 seconds remaining.
Radiant are banning out a lot of the sort of melee Billy carries. So it seems like they want to pick melee off lanes.
Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
Tanking ban. Okay, interesting. Good team fight. Not perfect against this. You just get stunned. But...
Tanking's been very popular in our in-houses. I'm trying to think what's made him so popular. I know there was a change to his ultimate so you can cancel the cast at any time. Or if you get stunned while casting, you can just recast it later. Massive buff there. His Agnum Shard is worthless. The rest of his kit's basically been the same. I know Caustic Finale has been buffed over the patches. So he's in a good state at the moment. Reliable stun. Maybe they don't want to deal with even more crowd control. His Ags is good.
His Ags is like great.
Yeah, the cast range on the Burrow Strike basically being further than Blink Dagger. And then you have Blink Dagger as well, probably.
Yeah, you can literally come in from like out of vision even if they have a ward, like and they're standing the opposite side of it. Like it's ridiculous.
Okay, more heroes, more cores that are quite good against melee heroes. So
I mean, yeah, they're all three like lane bully sort of heroes. As well, so.
Makes me feel like they do want to play something. They can't play Tidehunter. I feel like Underlord seems kind of likely at this point. A hero who doesn't want to deal with anti-melees. So we'll see. Dire's bans are a bit more meta, I think.
Yeah. Could be building towards like a decent-ish Mars game.
I thought about Mars. Yeah. What's thinking about it?
I know. Yeah. I like Mars.
Royd does play Mars.
It does a lot. It does a lot, and it's just like nice.
Yeah.
The Lycan ban.
Okay, Lycan, interesting. Lycan probably okay against Ogre and Oracle. I mean, Oracle can disarm the Lycan, but you can't disarm the Zoo, so you will just get killed by them very, very quickly indeed. So now it's time to pick the third hero.
I feel like a lot of what gets banned in the in-house is just what people don't really want to play against. Like, Anti-Mage is just not fun to play against, Lycan's not fun to play
To some extent, we are here just to have fun. It's not an actual competition. Yes, you gain MMR for the leaderboard, but you're not advancing with a team, so that does kind of make sense. But at the same time, you are banning heroes you think are going to be effective. So Jakiro
and I guess Owen does play. Yeah, Owen does play Lycan.
Owen does play Lycan, but I feel like in this lane, hero player selection, is what I meant to say. In this player selection, I don't know if Owen is going to be the one on the POS 1. I feel like it's going to be Ross, most likely playing POS 1, and Owen would be in a support role. Because Owen plays core when he plays his own games, but I think he tends to play support at higher MMR games. So, anyway, Dire have used over a minute of reserve time for this third pick. They really can't decide what they want to pick. It's hard when both teams have only revealed supports. You've literally got 4 supports picked and no cores. They have to reveal a core now. So do they reveal POS 3, POS 2, or POS 1? They go for Pangos, they go for POS 3. We're literally going up 5-4-3.
It's Ollie, so it's still flex.
Yes, could be mid. Good point. Pango, I guess you want to get a basher at some point. Gives you a chance to interrupt Bane at a ridiculously long range. The ball can be ulted by Bane. That's the only thing I find a little bit tricky for the Pango. You can just Beans grip the rollout. So Rolling Thunder.
It's a bit
5
sad.
seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Especially if you go for the ag shard, because you just try and ag shard into ult, and you just get ulted anyway.
You still get ulted, yeah.
This is fun.
And it's pure damage, so it'll go through,
Yeah.
hurt you. Puck is a very good
Oh.
counter to Pango because you've got the silence. Pango cannot use his ultimate when he's stuck in Dream Coil, so that makes him really vulnerable. You can use the ag shard to keep yourself magic immune for a little bit, but you can't then chain it into the ultimate. So yeah, Puck is a really good pick against Pangolier. It's just good hero anyway. It's Nat
I'd
playing
assume
it.
it's Pango off lane. Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
It's quite hard to hit Puck as Pango as well. You might be able to get a few swashbuckles off if the Puck isn't reacting, but quite hard to land the ult on her.
Radiant team
Or
pick.
it, sorry.
Templar.
Okay, so they've seen Puck and they've realised Templar Assassin. Immediately Alchemist comes up. They were absolutely desperate for Alchemist, which makes you think, where is this Alchemist going to go? So Puck mid is not very good against Templar Assassin because you'll take so much damage. You can phase shift the odd attack, but not many, and you can hold Templar in place. You'll never break through refractions. Alchemist is quite good at breaking through refractions because Acid Spray does a really good job at that, but Templar will still hit you very hard in the face. So I wonder if they put Ross Alk in mid and you run an
You
offlane
can
Puck.
switch Puck to off lane. Yeah.
Offlane Puck's still pretty good. The ultimate is always strong.
Remaining.
I think it's very dependent on what carry you're playing against, though. I feel
5
like
seconds
it's
remaining.
depending on what carry you're playing against, the Puck off lane.
Well, the Radiant now have to pick the last hero. So they're starting to ban POS 1s because they seem to be the only thing left. Phantom Assassin's gone because Alchemist maybe struggles to outcarry a PA unless you just get Swoo. You're supposed to get so far ahead. Get the early MKB, Battle Fury, Abyssal, BKB. You can kill a PA. But still, you don't want... I don't think PA would have been too much of a problem. You've got Bane, you've got Nyx Puck, you've got lots of control for the Phantom Assassin. They go for Drow anyway, which makes me feel like Drow's a weird ban if you were playing Puck.
Makes me think Puck off lane. I
Yeah,
think, 'cause
maybe.
the silence
Actually, yeah,
blurred.
good long silence, range damage. You can't get on top of Drow that easily. Puck doesn't want to be in melee range of Drow. So that does make sense.
Yeah.
Viper being banned, you've got to ban Viper when there's Templar Assassin. That does make sense. There are other counter picks you can put against TA mid. You can put Veno. It's a very good one.
10 seconds remaining.
So it's basically a
Interesting.
Viper. It's a Viper light. One of his attacks is still damage over time, and the other one is a damage over time spell. So Veno can farm. So Veno can definitely replace Viper. Would they go Veno mid? It's possible, but then you can have
I've
Alchemist
seen it.
POS 1.
But I feel like it doesn't quite work in the game. It's quite greedy, because there's Veno, you can farm almost the entire jungle on your own. So you're fucking your wards.
You can do, yeah. But your Alchemist needs to get absolutely #1 priority. There is that weird offlane Alchemist kind of build, but I'm never massively convinced. Maybe I've just not seen it work well enough.
I
but
just don't think we're going to see that in in-house.
no, I know that. What was the strat? You get 1 point Grievous Greed, you max your other spells so you're useful, and then you rush an early Aghanim's one of your teammates, and then suddenly one of your teammates has just been given 4,000 extra gold.
Puck's Aghanim is this game is very nice.
Eventually, but having it in the early game is not very helpful for Puck. Puck needs it in
Yeah.
the late game when everyone's picking up the BKBs. It does also mean that you can ult Pango, and if he rolls, he'll just stun himself.
Dire team pick.
They go with Chaos Knight. This is a cool hero that we've not seen a lot of. So,
Kind of fixes their lanes, definitely.
well, okay, Chaos Knight, he's got a lot of stuns. He can definitely kill heroes like Oracle and Ogre Magi pretty quickly. Oracle can't do a lot against Chaos Knight, I guess you can root it.
10 seconds
But
remaining.
if he's got the ult up, you can't disarm them all at once. It's just a high burst damage hero. The Dire still have 1 pick left though, so they get to retaliate. And they have to pick a core who can deal with Chaos Knight, a hero who can easily burst you in 1 second. So,
They might go PL, but I'm not sure. I feel like against Puck it's not that good.
PL, yeah, can't doppelgang. They go for
Bristleback.
Bristleback. Now that's
Okay.
a very Ollie-esque thing.
I
They
think
run a
it's just-
Bristle.
I think they're just trying to run it down before the out gets too strong. They're just trying to,
Maybe,
rip
but I
it
feel
up.
like, yes, I think maybe that makes sense. Alchemist and Chaos Knight gives you a very greedy lane, a very greedy team, in fact, because the Alchemist is obviously some hero who needs to get a lot of farm and then peaks around the sort of 20 to 30 minute marks when he's double the net worth of everyone else. Chaos Knight also is a bit of a late game hero. He scales so well into the end game. Pretty good in the early game too. Okay. Mid games maybe where he starts to pick up a bit more. So if you can let this game go late, I think Radiant basically have the win. So Dive decided
Bristle's
we'll go Bristle.
pretty good against him. Like, in terms of illusion
10
theory and
seconds
stuff.
remaining.
Yeah,
Um,
you've got high amounts of AoE damage. You've got Bristle back, And Chaos Knight is not maybe a natural hero to go Shadow Blade into Silver Edge. So is Chaos Knight riding a massive dog?
He is.
That's cool.
That is a good skin.
I've not seen that
I'm
before.
impressed by that.
Wow, someone
But
lobbed 1,000 channel points pretty quick onto the dire.
He used to go it when it was Echo Saber, because it was really nice to just get that second hit. But now I don't really know.
I think Echo Saber's not really a great item at the moment, because even though they buffed the mana regen on it, and I still maybe build it on Sven, but
I've seen it on Slot.
Yeah, I feel like you can do better with other items, to be honest. You have faith in Ollie's Pango. Ollie is pretty good at Pango, that's true. He's definitely got a lot better at the hero.
Better.
Oh, veteran Oracle.
He's played it in in-houses before.
Okay. Anyone want to bet on the Radiant? Or is it going to be Dire only at the moment?
Anyone?
Prepare for battle.
So, let's just have a look at the moment. Oh, Debateman's got no camera. As always, I must remember he doesn't have one. Anyway, first person with the camera, it is Nat. Oops, I just closed down my list of all the camera names. There we go, got that. So, having a look at the lanes, it is Ollie offlane Pango going into them with lots of regen. Looks like Royce is also heading down there too. Both have Quelling Blade. Juju is going with 3 shared tangos. I think they're just going for some first blood shenanigans. So it's going to be a pos 1 Royds Bristleback. So he's going to have to get really aggressive. Ring of Bassi, maybe Eternal Shroud, and yeah, they got to win the early game. You've got Doige, Chaos Knight Core with the Owen support. Okay, that's going to be a pretty decent lane there. Ross Alchemist.
For some reason, I'm stuck on Owen's point of view, which is just weird.
30
Oh,
seconds
that's
to battle.
unfortunate. And you've got the 5 mango debate mail Nick Assassin, which gives him 7 health regen at level 1, which is about 5 more than every other hero in the game. And you have Nat offlane Puck, who started with a magic stick because he knows that he is against a bristleback.
Juju learning, just check for ward, found it.
Okay.
Everyone does that against him, but
So you've got a lot of dire heroes here, but I think the Radiant managed to escape. Yeah, Radiant are okay. They realise, right, we're just going to let them have it. 2 for 2 at the moment. Ross did level Grievel's Greed, so 1.5 times multiplier. So it's as if you got 3 bounties at the start instead of 2. Not a very big change. He's going to send for a very early brace. And Nat is crossing mid lane. Are they planning on swapping? It looks like they are. They really are, because Bristleback's actually in the off lane and it's Pango in the safe lane, and they don't want to put Chaos Knight against the Bristleback, it seems. So Chaos Knight's actually making the way top. Good thing he's a very fast hero, so he'll be there pretty soon. Of course, you lose a bit of creeps here. So both heroes have done a swap. The Nat
I'm just going to do a quick disconnect reconnect.
Yeah, it's fun. Nat gets to keep his stick against Bristleback, which is handy. Build up those stick charges. 15 health per charge, as well as 15 mana. Puck's got very low base armor, that's the problem. And let's have a look at the last hits. Oh, you're not getting that, I don't think. Oh, you are. Wow, Juju just let Ross have that one. I mean, Juju's going to win in last hits, but I think this has the advantage for Ross, because obviously he gets so much more gold per last hit. Like, let's have a look at the moment. He's getting 12 extra gold, goes up to 18 extra gold per kill. Look, 34 plus 15 is a massive amplification. Every other lane looking relatively passive. Chaos Knight getting his 2nd last hit. Of course, his attack damage is 58 to 88. Looks like there was first blood here. Nat is going to go down and does actually die to veteran. But that is a double kill in the bot lane for the Radiant team. First blood went to Owen, who got 305 gold. Brainsap doing pure damage, quite nice against the Bristleback. Nice chunk. Already has a rank of Enfeeble, which is interesting. So Enfeeble reduces their attack by 55% and also reduces their regen and cast speed reduction, which is an odd one. Not a spell you really see a lot of use of, but getting a really early point in, I mean, that's going to be very good against Bristle in the late game, or mid game even.
It's interesting. I think it's probably just to help Nat last hit, to be honest. I think Royd's last hitting is going to sort of use his attacks.
It's only 40 mana on Enfeeble, but you really want to be spamming Brain Sap with all of your mana in the early game. Just because of the amount of damage it does. Veteran retaliating with some damage, but you're never going to outtrade a Bane, I don't think. Mid lane, it's farm. Nothing exciting. There's actually a bit of a fight going in the top lane. Jabate manages to find a kill on Ollie. Doige getting away very low on HP. Needs one more auto attack, 2 more auto attacks. In fact, Doige is just healing too much. He was 1 attack away, less than 10 HP. Jabate now, using his mangoes. They actually go down. Very aggressive by Drekken. Yeah, Drekken actually finds the kill. Respect to him for standing there and just manning up. So even though Ollie dies, I mean, Drekken is now nearly level 4 and Ollie is only level 2. But nearly 3, to be honest. Drekken knows how to be aggressive. Ollie is rushing Orb of Corrosion. Yeah, I like Doige's camera angle. That's pretty cool. A bit more trading in the bot lane. Looks like Nat's struggling a little bit with last. It's not too bad. Owen does have a mango. Also has 10 1 charges. Waits literally till 10. And then immediately throws out the free brain sap, which he essentially got. Both players very low. Royds nearly died there. The power of that but then I don't know what he was expecting with that. But he goes in and Veteran just hits him right in the face with Purifying Flames. Owen actually has it, yeah? No, he doesn't because there's another wand. He's got a full wand on Veteran. So, unfortunate for Nat. But excellent for the Dire team. 3 for 3, already a fairly intense game, except mid, which is 2 heroes who are very good at Rising, doing exactly that.
Yeah, they're just farming up.
But you're going to lose to an Alchemist. Any hero who likes to Rise, think about heroes who like Rising. Arc Warden, Templar, you know, those sort of mid heroes who just like farming. You're never going to outfarm an Alchemist. He literally has free gold.
Yeah, but I feel like TA reach a big power spike from something else.
That's true. TA then has to make the most of the Desolator Blink.
It's not the biggest window of time.
Whereas Alchemist needs Battle Fury and then needs to farm maybe another item or 2. Could go Radiance this game actually instead of Battle Fury, but I think Alchemist likes Battle Fury, Ross does, because it gives mana regen. And you do struggle with mana regen on Alchemist these days. Owen is being chased by Royce. Is he in any trouble? Royce is only level 3. Only has 1 snot on Owen. 2 snots now. Owen's taking a lot of damage. Being chased. Owen, he does have Stick. Stick turns around, heals himself. He's got 4 charges of Quill. 5 charges. Very far as well. Finally goes down, but Royce's going to take a tower hit, and he'll actually die to the illusory orb. And now Veteran, he's in a little bit of a tough spot. Jabema's actually TP'd in as well. Quite a fast hero Nyx. He's already got boots, whereas Veteran doesn't. So Veteran is going to go down. Impale doesn't land. There we go. Perfectly timed Impale. And Nat will get the kill with another illusory orb. Good turnaround for Nat. But then because Jabema's left top, Doige is just being dived under the tower. And actually will go down. Ollie will find it with this slightly extended attack range. Owen has turned up. Ollie does not have boots yet. But he does have Swashbuckle, so he will be fine. Mid lane's just farmers again. Ross pops his ultimate to help farm. And to help survive. He's going for
no idea what's going on with my spectator. I'm just stuck on Owen's spectator.
Are you? Well, you get to watch Owen. Tell us all about what Owen is doing. Manabone, quite good against a Bristleback, actually. How many stacks of goo can you have? Is it 5 stacks? Yeah,
I believe
5
it.
stacks.
Yeah, and it's increased by the axe as well.
What does base armor loss mean?
Oh,
it removes 2 before it removes any other. Oh, you only need 1 rank to remove 2. That's pretty powerful. Oh no, Veteran hit himself in the face for a lot of damage, and that means that Jabate gets to keep all of the heal from Purifying Flames, but he will still go down.
Did he get Carapace?
Yeah, Carapace. So he took the damage from the Purifying Flames to the face, but then Jabate still got the heal. So that's a shame. What is going on here? Looks like we're trying to chase Juju. This hero hits way too hard to care about Enfeeble. In fact, he's leveling up Enfeeble. Leveling up Enfeeble is interesting. I mean, Ross is trying to block Juju, but you cannot kill Juju, not with a 0 HP Bane, 0 mana Bane. But level 5 already.
Is there anything that really warrants it?
What was that?
Is there anything that really warrants leveling up?
Don't really know myself.
If you were playing against the Alchemist, maybe? But
Yeah,
I
because
don't-
you want to level up and have the
But I don't really
health
know
regen as quickly as possible.
anyone on their team who's really. I guess does it counter the? I guess it counters the aura confuse.
Yeah, the bristleback as well, it will at some point when he gets his spell amp. The disarm proving so good against Chaos Knight. Oh, he does not mind trading here. Don't think you're going to get a kill on the Draken. Draken turns around, Fire Blast. Gone for a 3-1-1 build, which is the... Oh, it takes a lot of damage from Owen because Owen's is level 3 rank of Brain Sap. Firing out a stun onto Ollie, but they cannot kill him, and Owen is disarmed. Throws off one more auto attack. So a lot of fighting in top. No one actually ends up dying. Hero's just going back into the jungle to farm. Oh, never mind. There's actually a kill in the bot lane. We get a kill on Jabate where he backs off because he knows he can't kill that. He already has a buckler and a ring of health. Still going for ring of Basilius. Looks like he's going for Vanguard, which he can turn later into either a Crimson Guard, which I don't think... I mean, he may do. Crimson Guard's quite good against Chaos Knight and Alchemist. They both hit very fast or have lots of clones.
Interesting to say the least.
Ross is about to get Battle Fury. Battle Fury is now finished. That is a 9 minutes Battle Fury.
Wait,
yeah, 9 minutes is quick. I mean, most heroes are lucky to get, what, 13 or 14 minutes?
I mean, even for an elf, I'd say that's...
May lose his courier. He lost courier. Trying to take you back to base actually does go down. So as soon as he gets his 9 minute Battle Fury, he dies to Juju and Veteran. Nat is going in, but Nat cannot kill Juju. Does not have the damage. So that's a nice kill on the Alp. But as soon as he's back alive, he will be farming with that Battle Fury.
I did like that kill about 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's nice. It's really effective. And he's also used his TP, so he's going to have to walk in. So it's taken almost a minute off his timing, which is what you need. Whereas Juju, 78 blast hits on this hero. Almost got the full Desolator. Only one Mithril Hammer to go.
I feel sad for them. Fortification in place.
And there's another kill. You got the 3-man here. Owen has committed his ultimate, which does quite a lot of damage, about 420 or 480 pure damage if you channel it over the whole time. He's gone for Arcane Boots, which is nice, and you get spam Brain Tap more often. I think you drain a bit of mana in the ultimate, don't you? Yeah, you do. You steal 5%. What does this Aghanim still do? Yeah. Decrease the cooldown of Brain Sap. Makes it pierce spell immunity, that's interesting. Cooldown goes to 1.5 seconds. Wow.
Interesting. Yeah. You just don't get enough mana for it.
Well, it's the same with heroes like AA with Aghanims. It really buffs you, but then you're limited by mana, and then you need like a Yules and a Scythe, and some of the Shiva's one of the big mana items.
Yeah.
Doge gets stunned. Veteran fires out the Ignite as well. Veteran's here. You've got a lot of heroes here. Unfortunately, Veteran did not get the Dispel on the heal, and so Doge does actually get healed up by the Purifying Flames. But I think they still have the burst to kill him. One more Purifying Flames. There we go. Veteran will find the kill. But Ollie ends up just dying basically to the tower. Jabate will get the kill. Level 7 on this Nyx Assassin. I want to have a look at the player levels after this fight, because every hero is so high level. In fact, level 6 on Doige being one of the lowest level core. Level 10 on both of the mid heroes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Good power bombs.
7,400 gold for the Alchemist at 11 minutes. That is some intense net worth. But also 5,600 on the TA. It looks like there wasn't a TP back to base.
I think even for an out, that's ridiculous. It's like...
Well, Alchemist is all about having a good start, and he had a perfect start. 100 last hits at 11 minutes. Already got the Battle Fury. Did go for Boot to Travel. Roids will kill his brother's courier.
The gentle herald, we shall never hear.
But alas, he did get the item off it first, which is the most important thing. So he now has the Boots of Travel. So he will be going all over the map looking for last hits. And it's quite uncommon to play Alchemist with Boots of Travel these days. It's not usually the meta.
I mean, the old build was Boots to Travel, Radiance, Mantox for the split push with the Radiance and stuff.
But now it's Battle Fury, Treads or Phase Boots.
Yeah.
Mostly Treads. You just want to be as strong as you can, and Treads gives attack speed and strength. So it definitely gives better damage stats.
I get it against the team they're against, though, because they outscale, so it helps delaying, like pushing out waves and stuff.
Well, yeah, it helps you find farm where you can. I guess if you're committed to late game, I mean, if you look at the early game, it's 8 to 9. The Radiant have a slight lead, obviously because of the Alchemist, but thanks to the Alchemist team, 4-3 on the Nyx, 3-2 on the Puck. Bit of a fight going on here. We've got the Fiend's Grip onto Juju. Ollie is rolling, trying to cancel it. Needs to find Owen. Does find Owen. Might be a bit too late now. We've got the false promise, so Juju is going to be fine. He has a haste rune as well. And there is a kill on Jabate. Great save from the Dire, but their entire team are here. They've committed literally everybody. Whereas Deutsch, he's only level 7, so not particularly high level. Only 3,800 gold net worth as well. But he's getting a bit of free space. Royd is diving the tower, and so is Juju. Juju, he is under the tower. Are they able to kill Ross? Yes, they kill him under the tier 2 tower, but the nice glyph has been used, and Juju will go down. Fight is raging on. I'm surprised they managed a successful dive under the tier 2 tower. Then the Dire turn around and immediately kill Owen as well. Wow, this is some aggression.
I mean, this is kind of what they have to do with the draw. They get out.
They do, but this is taking it to the next level. I mean, this is a game that's going to be over in 25 minutes, I reckon, because it's going to be fight, and eventually either the Dire will have won or the Radiant will be too strong. That's my prediction, but we'll see what happens. I don't think they're taking a tier 2 that easily. They might have done 800 damage to it. Alchemist was mid against the TA. The safe lane was... well, it's puck off lane, but they swapped the lanes.
I mean, I was just saying the fight in the Radiant jungle, they might have actually been able to kill the TA. It's Jabate Mail accidentally countered his Vendetta info.
Did he? Oh, did he? That's like 300
and then he used his Q. Because he was trying to get the, like,
Roy's being slowed again. Like, oh, and out comes the stun. Ollie gets the second stun. And there is the Dream Core has been used, and Ross is here, but is Ross going to be okay? Ross gets immediately killed. The power of the Desolator with Juju takes 300 pure damage, but now he's immune to magic damage. That definitely helps. You've also got the Fairy Fire, which was used. Now he has more charges for Fraction. Stuns himself, he's still got 3 charges. And they will get another kill. I mean, Juju is just absolutely dominating. And there might be a multicast, but Nat still manages to escape. Roy's getting a little bit of farm. This is what the Dire team needed, like you were saying. That early aggression. They've managed to kill Ross yet again. So he is 1 and 3. As soon as he picked up the Travels and the Battle Fury, he's not really done a lot. Juju, he's catching up fast in the net worth, going towards that Blink Dagger. Just the power of Desolator and rank 3 meld, the minus armor that Alchemist cannot cope with, and they can kill him really quick with a full swashbuckle from Ollie to the face. And Ollie is going for Maelstrom, so not building that to defensive Pango, more aggressive.
It's when Alk should be farming the most, and he's just died twice.
Yeah, and now it's bounty in time. And they'll just take all the bounties. Look, Dire take 1 bounty, 2 bounty. They're going to get all the bounties. So that denies Alchemist another spike of gold, which he usually would get. So just fantastic play.
Dig up a bounty, so it's not the end of the world.
Oh, that's
actually quite nice. I haven't thought about that with the Shovel and Alchemist on your team. Just keep doing it. Just like, thank you.
The self-stun adding to the chain stun, yeah, correct. Now, Radiant are going to try for a kill on Roids. We're actually just going to drop the Fiend's Grip. You need to stay in front of him, though. Do we have the damage? I'm not sure we have the burst to kill Roids. We're going to try. Ross is here as well. Yes, we do. We've brought all 5 heroes here. And they will get the kill. Obviously, Nyx used to be a massive counter to Bristle and isn't so much anymore. But they do kill Roids with a 5-man gank. Debate Melt still running around in Vendetta. Didn't even end up using it. Used it on Veteran. Tries to go for the burst. Do they have enough damage? Almost. Veteran does get the wand off just in time. But then the damage from Puck will go straight through. But they did manage to get a return kill. Yeah, I don't know why he broke the leash. I don't think he needed to. So Draken might have got a kill on Jabate Mail, but actually that was a great fight for the Radiant. They only lost Jabate Mail. So again, it is really, really back and forth at the moment. Lots of heroes trying to find farm, trying to find space. Ross using his boot to travel to the best he can. But then Ollie also got a bit of push going on here. What's the boot to travel cooldown? He's got it. Ross could go bot. There is some nice farm there. A lot of vision in the triangle. You've got TA traps as well as a ward. I think you do ban Templar Assassin, agree, but he did die there, so that was a nice kill. I feel like this is definitely a back and forth game. I couldn't tell who was going to win this game. Nice.
It's not an amazing TA game, that's the thing. It's just, it works quite well because they've gone for the full death.
Oh, and just TP's out. Just want to have a look at the player levels. Nat's already got Witchblade, went for Witchblade first item. So that adds a lot of damage in the early game, especially for Puck, who's got a decent amount of int in the early game. Dire do need to keep the pressure up, yeah. Nice one, Brex. Just cut that. Look how quickly they took Roche. With all the minus armor and from... I mean, Pango has what? 4 minus armor and disarms. Looks like a fight's breaking out. Owen's in a little bit of trouble. And by a little bit of trouble, I mean he is completely dead. Ollie's ult gets cancelled. Leaps on the spot. Out comes a stun from Ross. The Radiant know that they need to leave, and so they do. So that was a good play from the Dire team. Walking through, getting 2 kills, getting that early. Roche, I mean, they've got a minus armor team, haven't they? You've got Bristleback, who removes armor, 2 from the first goo, and then up to 2.9 per stack when it's maxed. You've got Pango, who can remove up to 6 armor. You've got TA, who has a Desolator and max rank meld, -8 armor, and has a talent to make it go even further. And now we're trying to collapse on the Alchemist. Ollie's actually put ranks up in... look at the speed of Rust's Horizon. Ollie's put ranks in Shield Crash. Does make him take less damage, does add a bit of magic damage burst as well. This does happen to Ross quite a lot. That's the problem with Alchemist. He's quite easy to kill. Look at that damage going onto the puck, though. Huge. And now finally Dire are creating some sort of lead for themselves.
Good disarm, or bad disarm. Unlucky from the origin.
Or an ultimate pop there. Didn't quite see, but Owen's ultimate has been negated.
Juju blinked in after Vet had just put his face edict on him, or his W, so he was disarmed when he blinked in, so he can attack.
Okay, he does have Aegis, he's going to be okay. Looks like Fiend's Grip has been used. That's a really strong ability that's gone. The problem with Ross is, yeah, he is dying a lot. He will farm quickly, but he's got to find the farm safely. I think he's a little bit too greedy. Royd's nice tread swap for the Essence Ring. Okay, Royd's actually tread swapping between every single claw spray. Oh, he didn't for that one.
The min-max. Oh,
Ross doesn't get a stun off. Stuns himself. Quite a long time. They dig up another bounty rune. He's going to be happy with that. 3 times gold. Tier 2 tower has gone down.
He's playing very aggressive.
What's going on here is a bit of a fight going on. It looks like Ollie managed to find a kill onto Doige, getting the kill, the last hit with the shield crash. Ollie has disassembled his arcane boots and made a very early Lotus Orb. I'm guessing the Lotus Orb is used to cancel the silence that's coming out from the puck, as well as it does protect you against Bane because you can't Fiend's Grip a target.
Yeah, it will knock back the Chaos Knight stun as well, and the Passion out stun as well. It's quite nice.
Yeah, oh, that's a good point. It's easy to reflect those really slow, obvious stuns.
Actually, the out stun can be massive when it's deflected back.
Ollie went for another Arcane Boots. I know Ollie really likes mana regen on Pango. He does have mana issues, but you have 4 flat mana regen coming out from Lotus Orb, and you took the 2 mana regen talent. I'm not sure another Arcane Boost on top of Arcane Ring is needed. That's a lot of mana.
It just never goes below full mana at that point.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's maybe worth it. I'd expect him to go Basher next, but we'll see. Yeah, Pango should get the Ag Shard, I agree. I think the Ag Shard is just so good on Pango because you can roll, use the roll out, and then you can just turn back, roll up, and then just turn back and do it again. Yeah,
I played against Ollie Pango as Puck, I think, and he managed to time it really well. I think he's really good with using it for like leash and stuff, like for Puck ult. Because it makes you magic immune.
Royd is just diving in. He's gone for Sanjin Yasha and Vanguard, so he's playing very tanky. He's got to be careful. He gets stunned, but a very, very short stun. Alchemist has the BKB. Well spotted, Brex. So, he's still the highest net worth by quite some way. But look how poor heroes like Chaos Knight is. Chaos Knight was 6,500 gold. We're going in. Will we get the kill onto Royd? Royd's a tanky hero, but Veterans here with the false promise. Needs to use it. He's going to throw it out. Ross does manage to get the stun. He's trying to kill Ollie. And Ollie's stuck in the Dream Core, but does manage to get away using his swashbuckler. Now he goes in with his ultimate. Owen's ult is cancelled, but not before picking off Juju. But this is the Aegis. So he's going to come straight back to life. Now you're going to have to deal with TA again, but a nice double stun coming up from Jabin. Look how quickly they took down TA in return. Chance for the Radiant to really fight back. Drekken's going to go down, no doubt. Veteran as well. And that's going to be a 4-man wipe as well as the Aegis. So very powerful play there.
Yeah, it was a great play. Owen slept the TA at the very start of it, so while Bristol was being jumped, they couldn't do anything. And then ulted there as well, but just couldn't do anything about it.
That's exactly what the Radiant team needed because they've been struggling. Ross might have good farm. Oh, here comes the return stun. Oh, Ollie just missing that. Ross is the highest level, right? He's 3 levels higher than everyone. He's got way more net worth, but that is Alchemist speed. The problem with the Radiant team is how poor the rest of their cores are. Chaos Knight, with only an armlet, now going for a... what's that item called? Silver Edge. Not Silver Edge. Echo Saber. That's one, Echo Saber. Now, he's taking a lot of damage here. Akshard up on Roids. And see him throwing out those verbals there. Look at him just chase Debate now. They have to throw a stun. They're trying to escape. But Roids is so fast, 500 move speed. But they do manage to get away.
This could be a problem with the flank from
Yeah, Ollie's coming in. And Ross decides we're just going to cut the losses. And I think that's really smart. They only lose one hero and it was a support. I think Nat's going to be fine. Nat not actually going for Blink on Puck. Just trying to get the Aghanims as quickly as possible. Trying to hold them in place, but those two heroes are quite poor. The Puck and the Doge, the Chaos Knights. They certainly need to get some more farm. Oh, a bit of a dive here. I think Ross is going to be okay. Has to just err on the side of caution here. Royce is only level 14 though. Debate Mode doesn't get the stun. Does get the Vendetta attack, but not the stun.
Ross actually engaged on them.
Have you not seen Bane's Agshard? As soon as Agshards came out, I played a Bane game as support, and it's actually so good. It's one of the best shards, I think. Bane shard.
Don't think it's that good against massive AoE damage.
No, because
I think against the Bristle, it's just sad. But when you're against something that's like good single target stun or something, it's
and then
really
Roy tips his brother, of course.
Yeah.
Because he was outside the base, they ganked him. I mean, this is just all over the place. It's like, oh, the Radiant are winning now. Nice comeback, good team fight. Oh, but then the Dire have just found a few pickoffs. Exclamation mark Ross. Royd's losing a lot of base damage. Also a health regen. Interesting that he is still going for Crimson Guard and he's not building Eternal Shroud. Skipping spell lifesteal on Bristle is very odd. And also the mana regen would be very useful. At least
it's
the mana
also
shield.
very good against. I'd also say it's quite good against the Radiant team as well. Puck and Bane and stuff. They do a lot of magic damage.
Well,
so does
Bane
Nyx.
doesn't do any magic damage actually.
Yeah, I think Brain Sap is pure.
And so is his ult. Everything's pure now.
This is ult.
He's turned.
I'm lying.
He's turned.
I'm
No,
not.
his ult's pure. Everything's pure. That was the last patch for Bane. They gave him his leash.
Nyx still does a lot of magic. So
Nyx does some magic. Yeah, I guess maybe he thought there's not a lot of magic damage and there's no Radiance on the Alchemist. Alchemist has gone for his Ag Shard. Dead again though.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can get it actually.
I mean, the mana regen to activate the Eternal Shard's only like 75, isn't it? It's not a lot.
It's 50 or something.
It's 50,
It's
yeah,
like,
okay.
It's so low.
Let me have a look. My guess was 75. It's 50, yeah.
Half,
It's low.
yeah, half the point is that it just restores your mana so much as well. So nice and crisp.
Good for Bristle because Bristle's int gain is pretty... It's okay, actually. I didn't realise Bristle's int gain is actually quite decent. Almost as much as his strength gain.
He needs it because that's what he's all about. Really.
Yeah, but you just pop one, and then you pop Eternal Shroud. You only need 3 1 charges, and you've basically got enough mana, so...
But yeah, that's why he's now so strong with Eternal Shroud, I think, because now he's still got the same in game, but he also has the absolutely ridiculous mana regen.
And I think Owen's in a little bit of trouble here. He has been caught out of position. Juju went for... I never understand this item really on Phantom Templar Assassin. Dragon Lance. I feel like you could just be getting BKB. And Doge, he is going to be found. Trying to TP out. Almost did, actually.
It's pretty good stats, I'd say.
I think I may have predicted Ollie's build. I said Basher into Aghanims, and he is going for Basher. If he goes into Aghanims, I would have perfectly predicted it.
I know Juju just likes Dragon Lance on TA.
Yeah, I mean, more attack range is nice, I guess. And it has good, cheap, efficient stats, but I just feel like you can get other things quicker. But he has the BKB now. Ross going to find a little bit more cheeky farm. Dire definitely have the lead here, but can they do anything with it? They know they can take Roche in like 3 seconds flat. It is up in 1 minute 25. Agam's on Puck, that's pretty good. Not sure if that was already said. Ollie cancels his TP. Ross TP's back to base. He's level 20 on this Alchemist. Is there anything he can do at the moment? I mean, he guess he's pretty strong. He's got the Basher himself now. Out comes the stun. Backstrike stun. We've got minus armor. Do we have the damage to kill Royds? We're going to try. There's absolutely no mana. Does get Lotus Orb. Uses the one. We've got the the Dream Coil, and that's the Aghanim's improved one. We've got the Bane ult, but the Bane ult is cancelled by the False Promise, and that's going to be the first kill. Doid's the first casualty, and Ross, he's got to be careful. He's taking so much damage. Juju has a double damage rune going into this fight. Does get put to sleep. Someone, Drekken really should try and take that off him. He does. Blink him. Loses some armor. Massive damage going through, and Owen, he's in a little bit of trouble here. Look at the range that Juju has. Maybe Dragon Lance is the correct item for him. But anyway, the Dire, they do finally manage to force their way into the Radiant base. The first racks go down at 27 minutes. You've got a lot of damage going on to Nat.
Is this a... Oh, no, not quite.
Nearly a Rampage, nearly a Rainbow Warrior. Yeah, I feel like having DD going into the fight is definitely helpful.
Yeah.
And now they're going to take another tower. I don't know why Juju picked out there.
You just go Roche, don't you? Or do you
Well,
just want to
try and take the tier 3 first, I think.
Yeah.
Even if you don't take racks, you want to take towers. I mean, you got the glyph now. I feel like you still take the tier 3 tower. But maybe not.
I think Roche is quite nice. Allows the TA to just go straight in.
Yeah, that's true. And the TA is about to hit level 20. Level 20, so you get another -3 armor.
Yeah, she's also just not that tanky. Like, that's the thing. You saw how easily they burst through that one fight bot, and they can still do that again.
He has a grove bow as well. No wonder the attack range is so high. It's 630 attack range. That's like playing an actual ranged hero for once.
Yeah, if he gets Enchanted Quiver, it's just going to be...
Oh, Enchanted Quiver is great. He's already got the Crystallis, so plenty of damage there. Radiant team have all been seen by the Dire, because of course there is wards. And now the Dire are running in, but they don't have Ollie. And Ollie is a very strong hero, but they're going to try to win 4 versus 5. Do they have the jump, though? This might not be good for the Radiant.
Okay.
For the Dire, I mean, they've already immediately killed Drekken. Can they get a kill onto Owen? They're going to try. Yep, they do bring Owen, but look, Juju, he is very strong. He's being bashed to death by Ross. Out comes the Dream Coil, but Nat is having to run. Dies one more auto attack. Just about being kept alive. Juju has the Aegis, of course, so he does not mind fighting this and dying, but he does not have BKB. He swaps in the Crystals. Ollie has turned up, already used his ult, and finally they do manage to find a kill onto Roids. And Juju just trying to escape. Ollie has absolutely 0 mana, so no mana for anything. No mana for roll up, no mana for swashbuckle, no mana again. Jamaicmail really spamming the mana burn. There's been a buyback from a couple of heroes. Buyback from Nat, but also from Roids. Roids now deciding to come back in. Juju thinks he's strong. Now he is.
Bet's dying.
But how strong?
Where is it?
Yeah, Nat will find the kill. Will get away by jaunting. But he jaunted straight onto a trap. He does have a illusory orb in a second, but he couldn't hold on to the phase shift for long enough, so he's going to have to use the orb. Does not go that far away. Being chased by Roids. Juju, now he is being bashed to death. I think this may be a kill on him. Nice stun from the Drekken, but huge damage coming out from Jamaicmail. Juju does actually manage to find a kill on Jamaicmail. But is it worth it? You've lost the TA. And I felt like that was not a good fight for the Radiant, but then it turned out not really that great for the Dire either. I mean, I just can't tell who favoured who. It was all over the place.
I think the problem was they killed the Bristol so quickly.
We can't have the fight recap because the fight is still going on. Yeah. Ross managing to find a kill. TA does have a BKB, but used it before the Aegis. Okay, fight recaps here.
They forced out the Oracle ult onto the Bristle immediately, and then they just kind of meant the TA was at a bit of a disadvantage. She's got bursted down twice.
And the Aegis has gone yet again. So the game now goes into 31 minutes. 23 to 33. There have been so many kills in this game. It's been absolutely intense. And the score is super close. Obviously, the problem again is Doige. So that's quite mean. He's not a problem as in the player, but he's struggling in farm. He's only got 112 last hits. Alchemist had that at about 11 minutes into the game. He's really, really behind on farm. Doesn't really have any items either. It's going to take him a long time to transition into a core. Puck as well. Does have the key utility items, but lacks in damage. The Radiant are really relying on this Alchemist, so they've got to, you know, give him as much space as they can possibly give him.
Their problem is, like, Doige didn't have a great lane, and then normally you'd be able to recover, but because he's playing with an Alp, the Alp's just taking the entire jump, so he can't recover. Like, here, he's, like, looking for farm and stuff, but he's about to try and farm in the triangle where the Alp hits. The Alp's about to just take his farm.
Yeah, Alp wants to farm.
So he's just not been able to recover, because every time he's trying to farm, the Alp just farms his farm.
Question is there any hero who really needs an Aghanims that isn't going to buy it? Like, you don't get Ags for Bane, you don't get Ags for Nyx, because Nyx's Ag's a bit of a meme. I guess Chaos Knight's one is interesting. It gives an extra illusion for Chaos Knight and one to all allies, but I don't feel like any of them really illusion heroes. They use the smoke, but it goes straight through Psionic Trap. So really not an effective smoke. Yeah, somehow Ross is still baiting. He did take the time. Yeah, he can. And that's a big kill. Kill on Roy's 100-second death. Time for the Radiant team to just go straight in. They get the stun onto Veteran. Immediately popping Spike Carapace. Veteran's going to die as well. Massive hit to the face. And it looks like Drekken's
they'll have to go back
in a bit, but they won't at the moment. They're going to try and get a kill on Drekken, but it's just both the supports. They managed to find the courier as well. 95 gold each, and Drekken will be brought down by Nat. So great fight from the Radiant. Yes, they do have to go back. There are a lot of creeps there, but all it did was, you know, slightly graze the tier 4 tower.
Yeah. I mean, the big problem there was it was similar to the last fight, but he just wasn't there in time. He was top.
I've never really seen good use of the Nyx Ags apart from when like sieging the high ground, and then you just sit outside the base like here and just spam really long range meteor hammers.
Also your Q and stuff, it could be entertaining. But yeah, it's a weird one. I've seen good use of it with Spike Carapace.
Yeah, AoE
if you
stun.
manage to place yourself really well, you can get a really good AoE stun. But I think it requires like so much coincidence and knowledge that it's just not worth it.
Ollie has gone for... I actually predicted wrong on Ollie. I thought he'd go for Aghanims, which is maybe what I would have done. He instead went for Abyssal Blade because they want some more hard lockdown, especially BKB piercing lockdown. And now he's going for Gleipnir, which does give a bit more AoE lockdown. Ollie's thinking about his ult, but not sure. Radiant are just pushing through the glyph. Ollie does manage to get a disarm off. Ross now pops... Oh, so Ross has committed it. Look at the 3-man impaled into the 3-man Dream Coil. Ross immediately uses his Abyssal Blade, goes straight in. Ollie's going to go down as well. This is absolutely huge. You've got the leash, the BKB leash onto Juju. Juju does just about manage to escape. There is going to be a buyback from Veteran. Ollie, Owen is going to go down. Veteran, he's quite low. Massive damage. Dodge actually really carrying himself with not many items. Still, he is powerful enough. Nat trying to keep himself alive. And Ross is continuing to dive. Almost got a kill onto Veteran, but can't quite because he is disarmed. Don't go into the base. What are you doing, Ross? Level 25 Alchemist, but he is being brought down. You've got a little bit of a fight going on here. Trying to bring down the Bristleback, but he does have the cheese, and he will take Dodge down. Maybe not. Did Ross die again? In that? Yeah, okay, not the greatest place to die, but... Ah, these fights. I mean, there's too much diving, guys. Too much diving. 30k net worth on him, fair enough. He is a very strong hero. He has the money to buy a full Sound and Yasha, and he's level 25. So he's strong. But he just keeps dying. He's got to be more careful. A full Sound and Yasha should help him out, though. Bit of move speed, damage, survivability, status resistance.
Yeah, he's got... I mean, you don't really want to have 7 deaths as an alpha at this point in the game, really, do you?
Not really. Is that the most in the game?
No, it's not.
Oh, there's a 10, actually.
Sam's died a lot.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's because he has to go in, and then when he goes in, he's like...
Fantastic impale into the Dream Core. It looked like the fight was over. Then Ross somehow ended up past the enemy tier 4s completely by himself. I mean, they should have taken the tower, but the tower has only taken, what, 86 HP of damage?
He was trying to go for Vet, and Vet just disarmed him and then glimmercaped himself with a disarm and he was just like,
yeah,
no,
Veteran was good play there. Good play.
I can't do this. This is a bit sad.
You could probably dispel it by using the Berserk Potion on yourself. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was up or not. I can't check. I'm still watching from Owen's perspective.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Haven't been able to fix it, so I just gave up. And fortunately, he's got good enough map movements that I can actually see everything.
Oh, you've actually got his okay. Got his actual player perspective.
It's literally his player perspective. Like, that's what I'm stuck with. I don't know what is happening.
Interesting to go phase shift attack when you've got this build on pack. I'd love to see Ags and the Oracle so you can disarm out constantly without giving him magic immunity. Do you have a lot of magic damage on the die that you even care about?
I don't think it's worth it.
Because you've got Bristle doesn't care, TA doesn't care, Oracle's not doing that much burst anyway. I mean, maybe it's doesn't really matter.
Like, the only thing that it could, like, I guess...
Oh, we found Freud, so we've abyssed him straight away. Ross threw his stun up, but it was a little bit too early. We've got the full Fiend's Grip, and Debateman was just holding everyone off in the background. Nearly solo kills Veteran. In fact, was very close to. Nat will come in, and look at the damage coming out from Doige. That's the power of Chaos Knight. Juju's hiding in the Roche Pit. Ollie trying to escape, using the Swashbuckler, is going to TP out. But then he's brought down, but he still manages to get out. And Juju, he's got the BKB, but now he has been found. There is no way he's going to escape. This Blink Dagger up in 1 second. He will get the Blink because they couldn't bring down his refraction charges. Nat is still chasing him. In fact, we'll be on top of him. And they know that he's here. They just need some detection. Detection was used. Out comes the Yules. Nice stun. Perfectly timed stun, but they have the Abyssal Blade anyway, and that is going to be another kill. So, Radiant, back on top again. All of them TPing back to base, though. Just to try and defend.
This is so back and forth.
It's ridiculous,
like...
this game. I mean, yes, the Alchemist team should always be winning in net worth because you have Alchemist, but they need to do something with it. I mean, they're just going for Roche instead. There's actually a refresher shard on Roche. We're already on the 3rd Roche, 38 minutes into the game. I'm actually quite impressed with everyone because as a whole, we're quite mad at taking Roche, but we've got a lot better at it thanks to recent in-houses.
Refresher on Puff would be really nice.
On Alchemist, it's alright because he can go back-to-back ulti. He's gone for the cheese, which I think is nice. He does have mana problems.
Nat's gone for the Aegis, okay.
Yeah, I think Doige and
I can see it, yeah.
Well, Doige and Roche don't really want the no, the Ag Shard has gone on to Refresher Shard has gone to Nat. They don't want Aghanim's Aegis because what happens when you spawn back to life? You don't have your powerful ultimates up again. I don't know what Sea Cult does with Refresher. I don't think it gives you twice as many, or if it does, that's pretty strong. It means you've got back-to-back strong illusions, though. Ross pops his ult, starts going ham on the tower, gets disarmed, removes the disarm, because... how did the disarm go? I didn't see what dispelled him. He's got cheese bits in his backpack. 4 second stun onto the Chaos Knight on himself. Ollie's gone in, but he's leashed. Look, he can't move. Uses the Abyssal Blade, though. They're still trying to go on Ross. Ross goes straight onto Veteran. Gets the important kill. And, of course, Juju's still not up. That's the main thing. Ross, he's got to be a little bit careful. Maybe swap in the cheese. Yep, does swap in the cheese. He can eat that in 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Oh, literally 1 HP. Just managed to get it off in time. Absolute saves from his team. We've got Boots of Travel on Bane. That is an interesting purchase, but... it means he's in the fight when he needs to be. And now it is the Dire's turn to take a Rax. Please take the melee Rax. Out comes the Meteor Hammer. Ross being glimmered. Oh, they actually used Glyph. Oh, do you see Ross? He was running forward with the Abyssal Blade. He was thinking about getting a kill. He can dispel the Ignite in a moment with Rage Potion. Actually, we managed to get the ultimate offer to Ollie, but Owen does not have the Ag Shard and glimmers a little bit too late. Or is it maybe Draken and more got fast reaction? That is a huge kill. And that may be the GG call right there. Yeah, we've got Chaos Knight ult. We have a lot of clones ready to go. Jabate, we're just holding everyone back. Ross doesn't have his ultimate anymore, though. Ollie's ulting in. But he gets held in place by the Dream Core, and the Aegis was on Puck, remember? So Puck's just going to come back to life. Draken, and it looks like he's pretty low. He's actually going to die to that. And they're just hitting the base. Massive disarm coming out from Ollie, but it's just not enough. And that is going to be GG. 40 minutes in. The Meteor Hammer comes down to finish this off.
They just didn't clear out in time, really. They needed to take, like... Dire just needed, like, they needed 2 lanes of racks and stuff before, like, 30 minutes. They didn't quite get it.
Interesting that the game was so back and forth. The team with Alchemist didn't really manage to get that much of a lead, but then eventually they just won enough team fights. And the Dire, both teams were diving too far and kept dying, right? Really silly deaths. But inevitably, the Alchemist is going to get fat if the game goes on. And that is exactly what he did.